Hi, friends. So, this week we're starting our travel Spanish words. These words are specifically designed so if you get off of an airplane in a place where they speak Spanish, the words you're most likely to need. Now, why have we picked this section? Well, in 3 weeks, we're going to have spring break. And many people take vacations on spring break. Now, you may not be taking one now because you're so young, but in high school, when you take a spring break, or in college, when you take a spring break, you might want to go to one of these wonderful destinations. Now, let's go right into it. We're going to go three phrases, and then we'll take a break and look at some of the reasons why we want to go to these Spanish speaking countries. So, first and foremost, the thing you're going to need to know how to say politely in Spanish is no thanks or no thank you. It's kind of the same. The reason you want to know how to say this is because in many places you go, you're going to be a tourist. You're going to be going to places where a lot of people are going, specifically to vacation. So you're going to have a lot of people walking around selling things. And I mean everybody, like 8-year-old kids walking around selling bottles of water or gum, or a guy walking around selling balloon animals. Or if you're on the beach, somebody walking around selling coconuts. They'll just take a fresh coconut right in front of you, take a machete, cut off the top, and give you a straw to drink the coconut water, then eat the coconut meat. So there's going to be a lot of people selling things. You want to say, no thanks. Now, we already know thanks. Remember, thank you? Gracias. So we're going to use the same thing. No gracias. No thanks. No gracias. Let's all try saying it together. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Number 2, you're not going to have a robust vocabulary when you go to these Spanish-speaking countries. So you're going to do a lot of this. Pointing to what you want. As you point, you're going to say this or this one. Really, it just means this, but I like to say this one because it sounds more appropriate in English. So in Spanish, that is este, with an accent over the E. I'll try to add that on the board. So you'd point to something, say este, yo quiero este, I want this one, este. How does this work? You're in a nice restaurant, they give you your menu, you don't know how to say that word, but you like the way the picture looks. When the waiter comes, you'd point and say, este, este. Let's all try it. 1, 2, 3. Good. Este. Of course, that's when you could touch things, when you can get very close and point to this one. Sometimes you can't. Again, it's really that, but I like to add that one. One of the cool things about these tropical places is the ocean. So let's say you're looking at ski-doos. They're like motorcycles, but for the water. You can't physically go touch it because it's in the water. But you could say that one at the end, or the blue one. And that one in Spanish is aquel. That one, aquel. Sometimes we use ese also, but I like aquel. 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 Let's try saying it together. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. All right, as promised, we're going to take a little break here, and we're going to look at the reasons you would want to go to some of these Spanish-speaking countries. Okay, so why would you want to go on a spring vacation? Well, first, in Michigan, when we hit spring vacation at the end of March, it's still not very warm. We're celebrating that it's not snowing as much anymore. But of course, in our southern southern locations where they speak Spanish, most of them have really nice beaches. This is because the people who originally spoke Spanish from Spain came over on boats, and they all landed in places that have nice beaches. Also, oh man, the food in these places. Delicious food in most Spanish speaking countries. That's because it's warmer, there's more food going around. Hey, how about zip cording? Flying through the tropical rainforest on wires. That would be cool. Or watching whales break ocean on the sea. To visit tropical places where they speak Spanish. Hey, how about swimming with the dolphins? Most of these places are next to the ocean. Quite easy to go. And that's why you should learn these Spanish words, so that when you go to these places, you'll be able to enjoy yourself. Okay, let's move on to number 4. We're going to do where. When you need to know something. Where is the hotel? Where is the beach? Where is the bathroom? For all these wheres, we say donde. Now, just like in English, we don't normally just say where bathroom, we say where is. So we can add está or is. But we're not going to do it for this lesson. We're trying to keep it as simple as possible. So just say donde. Donde baño, donde hotel, donde playa. Don't worry, we're going to go over those words a little later. Right now, just donde. Where? Donde. Try saying it with me. 1, 2, 3. Donde. Fantastic. Little story about bathrooms. In many Spanish-speaking countries, if you're in a public place like the beach or the mall, someplace where you're walking around, those bathrooms will not have toilet paper inside the stalls. Before you go in, you'll find a machine. I know, right? This sounds weird. Where you buy your toilet paper. This is my niece, Liliana. And her trip to Cancun, I believe. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. So if you are in a Spanish-speaking country, make sure you have the toilet paper you need before you go into the stalls. Alrighty. I know, right? That's weird. Different places, they do different things. My nephew was telling me in Norway they were doing something different. I can't remember what now, but... All right. ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde está el baño? Bathroom. ¿Dónde está la playa? Beach. ¿Dónde está el restaurante? The restaurant. We'll get back to that later. Okay. Next up is how much. In some of our games, we've already seen this, but I don't know how clear it was. So, how much is cuánto? With an accent over the A. Again, I'll use the marker to write it on the board. Of course, you're going to need to know how much things are. You're there, you're vacationing, you're buying stuff. Buying food, buying water. ¿Cuánto? ¿Cuánto? Let's try saying it together. 1, 2, 3. ¿Cuánto? All right, our last one for this section. Remember, we'll be adding bathroom, restaurant, beach a little later. It's hot. Every one of these places that you're going to go visit has warm temperatures because they are closer to the equator. You're going to need water. And water in Spanish is agua. Now, why do you need to know how to say agua? You're going to need to know to say water because you can't drink the water that comes out of the tap. It'll make you sick. You'll have to use the bathroom a lot. Now, the reason is, in most Spanish-speaking countries, they don't have pressurized water systems. That means when you open up the faucet here, water comes out very fast. It is pushed. It has pressure on it. In most Spanish-speaking countries, water goes in giant tinacos. I don't know how to say that word in English. These containers on top of your house. Because the water sits there and does not move around, bacteria grows in it. Now, this water is okay to wash clothes with, take a bath with, but you should not drink it. Drinking water comes purified. Like these gentlemen who rode around the streets selling these giant things of water. Every 4 or 5 days, you'd buy a new one for your house. So in Spanish-speaking countries, for example, Mexico, you cannot drink the tap water. You have to have bottled water of some kind. Ice cubes are safe because they use purified water. You can even brush your teeth, but you can't swallow the water that you're using to brush your teeth. That's why it's going to be important that you know how to say agua. Now we'll go over the many ways they have water. They have mineral water, carbonated water, water with bubbles, purified water in bottles. But right now we're just going to say agua. All right, let's try saying it. 1, 2, 3, agua. Sorry, that came out of me a little weird. Agua. All right, so those are our 6 words we're going to be working on. Thank you so much for your time. I'm leaving a little extra time for the people who need to still catch up or spell something they didn't get. Hey, I didn't play my guitar this time. It's kind of a